girls and guys, it is Zaira from ZaiLetsPlay, and we are back with another episode on the KaoshKraft server. And I'm sorry that this episode is late today. It was actually going to be early, but the server was down. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. Also, the live stream that I had last week on Sunday will be up tomorrow because Twitch decided to split my video into 2 parts, and then I had to download it and edit it and all that weird stuff. And also I wanted to let you guys know that YouTube finally gave me the live streaming feature. Woo woo. So what that means is that I am going to start streaming on YouTube now on Sundays. Well, I'm going to give it a test run, see how it goes, and we might make a permanent switch. So as far as finding out when I'm streaming and stuff, how you usually find out is you can follow me on Twitter, and I usually always say it on there. Or what you can do is you can go ahead and if you're subscribed to me on your subscription box, it'll let you know that I am live. So that is always very useful. So before we get started on today's topic, I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys what I'm going to do today and show you guys an update of what I've done around my little base area. So today we're actually going to start working on the nether, and this is where I'm going to need your guys' help. So for this nether tunnel, I have 2 choices. Either I can go for a very fun, bright, woodsy kind of nether portal. Or I was thinking of doing one that was very nethery, that uses the nether blocks and stuff, like nether brick and stuff like that, and the fences and lava and stuff to make it blend in with the nether. And I'm not sure. I keep going back and forth between which type I want to do. So if you guys have any idea on which one I should do, just leave a comment down below and I will do it. So now let me show you my portal room now that it's done. And I just added a couple of things. So basically when you walk in, skeleton, I hear you. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So you walk in, and then it's a little shelf here with a button. Minecraft needs more decoration blocks, so I just put that little button there for decoration. And then over here we have our ender chest and a little carpet. I haven't done much in the portal room, and I plan to do it one live stream with you guys so you guys can give me ideas as I'm building it, because someone said that it looked quite plain, and I agree with you guys. It does look very plain in there. So, but I don't know what else to do. I tried messing around with it, putting some paintings up and some wall decorations, but I just didn't really like it. So one stream, me and you are going to work together and we're going to get it done. But I am happy with the way the outside looks. All right, so back into the nether. So there's the whole thing about whether I want to do a nether style tunnel, or do I want to do one like this style, where it's blocks and grass and beautifulness and brightness. And then also another thing I was thinking is there are 2 ways that I could get back and forth between my nether tunnel. It's not super long, so it's not like I need to use a minecart. So I thought, you know what? Oftentimes I don't have a minecart with me. I forget to make them. So while you lava back up. So then I was thinking, do I want to use ice maybe to get back and forth, in the middle, instead of having rails, have ice? Sounds perplexing, doesn't it? Interesting. So we might do that as well, which means I need to go get ice. There's just a lot of decisions to make, and it's so hard for me to make them. All right, but anyway, today's topic is, I actually got it from Twitter today, and it was from Ali Ramos. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. I'm pretty sure. Her topic was, how do people react when you tell them that you're a YouTuber? I don't know why I said it like that. I'm so weird. Wait. I like that topic because there's a few things about it that I wanted to talk about. But before we continue, guys, if you're watching this on Wednesday, don't forget UHC is out tomorrow, Thursday. It'll be out Thursdays and Sundays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you go check it out. Make sure you go check out everybody's point of view because it's all going to be different. We're going to announce all of these cool little things that you'll see tomorrow. It should be exciting. And guess what? You guys will be so surprised. You guys will just be shocked. Yep. Alrighty, guys. But anyway, back to the topic. So, she asked, how do people react when you say you are a YouTuber? So, just as a start off point, I guess, I did go to university. I graduated. I got my degree. I actually have 2 degrees, and I almost got a minor, but to be honest with you guys, and it's something I probably regret, is I got lazy. Well, it wasn't really lazy. It was just I didn't really see the point of it. I could have got a minor in another degree, basically, in psychology. But I would have had to go back to school for 2 semesters and only taken 1 class at a time. And school was quite far. So it didn't really make sense. But the possibility of me going back to finish that degree off is a high chance, because I do really like psychology. It was something I really enjoyed. Anyway, so I do have my degree. I taught at a preschool at the university for 1 year, and I absolutely loved my job. I loved it. It was one of those things where when I got home, I was absolutely exhausted. But when I was there, I just didn't feel it. I just enjoyed what I was doing so much. And when I was in the process of getting my degree, I always told myself, I don't really want to be a preschool teacher. That doesn't really seem like my type of thing. I used to do observations where you go to other preschools and you basically evaluate whether they're good or not, or where their problems are. And I was just like, you know what? I don't think I could do this. But when I actually was a preschool teacher, I fell in love with it. And I think that's when I found out that is something that I wanted to do as a career. And I always say I love YouTube, and it's something that I'm also very passionate about. But at the same time, the career that I see myself doing when I'm like 50 is being a preschool teacher. I'm not saying that I would stop doing YouTube, but it might have to take like the back seat when teaching becomes my priority, type of thing. But how people react when I tell them I'm a YouTuber, I always notice that people kind of brush it off like, oh, it can't be a job. Like, it's so simple, blah, blah, blah. That always seems to be the case. And that always bothers me quite a bit, because I feel like people underestimate how much work actually goes into YouTube. I wouldn't say it's the hardest job in the world, because it's not. There's jobs that are a lot harder than that. But at the same time, it's not easy like people make it out to be. I think people think like, oh, you just play video games and it's great, it's easy. And there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of stuff like editing. It's not even that. Like, take all the work stuff out of it, just the amount of stress. It's a very stressful job, in my opinion. And it's not to say I don't enjoy it, because I don't want you guys to think like, well, then don't do it if it's stressful. But not in that sense. It's just you're constantly thinking about like, what do you want to do, some new ideas, and it's still something that's really enjoyable. But that's why it bothers me when people kind of downplay how much work goes into it. The thing about being a YouTuber is you don't get a day off. If you think about it, I upload videos every single day. And normally when people have a job, they work a set number of hours. So they wake up and they go to work from, let's say, 9 to 5, and that's it. After they get home, they never have to think about their job until the next day. With the YouTuber, you're constantly working. You're working all the time. You're replying to comments, and I'm not saying that's like necessarily a job, but that's part of you interacting with your subscribers. And you're constantly thinking about work, kind of thing. There's never a period where you have like this off moment, really, unless you go on vacation or something like that. But you're always working. And well, when you asked me that question, it made me think of something, and this is what always bugs me. I feel like people look down on people based on the job that they have, and I think you should never ever do that. For instance, if I had a kid and my kid told me, you know what, I don't want to go to college, I want to become a construction worker, and I want to go to vocational school, I want to learn how to do that, and that's what I want to do. I would never shut down their dreams or tell them that they shouldn't do it, because if it's something that they love to do, that's what they love to do. At the end of the day, every job that every person does in this world is important. Like, there's people that look down at janitors, but without janitors, your school would be filthy. Without janitors, the office building wouldn't get cleaned. Who would do it? Without construction workers, who would build your houses? No one. Like, there would be no houses. every job should be valued equally. I don't think one job should be looked upon like, oh my gosh, look at them. They're so smart because they're a doctor. Where, yeah, a doctor is really smart because they know all this medical stuff, but they can't build you a house, can they? But same thing with a construction worker. A construction worker could be great at building a house, but they can't go like operate on someone. But one person is no smarter than the other. And that's kind of what I wanted my main point to be when I thought of that. Because, oops, sorry. Dogs started barking, so I had to stop because they were going cray-cray. But yeah, so I forgot what I was saying now. But we should always just respect each other's jobs. It should never be about, one is looked down upon more than the other. And I would say like, can't remember when it was. I had one of my family members. And they came over and they were like, oh, you're a preschool teacher. Congratulations. Like, I have so much respect for you and stuff because teachers are so important. And I said, oh, thank you. But before that, he had never said anything when he knew that I did YouTube, which I kind of felt like, even though they're both different, they're both important in different ways. They're both important. Like every time we watch TV and we see like actors and stuff like that, we think, oh, they have such a great and easy life because they're just rich and all they do is and they're famous and they get to act and blah, 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 blah. But TV shows are important too because they teach us about stuff. Sometimes they're a form of entertainment. So if you're stressed out, you could watch TV and it's great and it might help you in some way. But that was just kind of my little thing. So I would say when you tell people you're a YouTuber, sometimes they don't necessarily take it as a serious job. They almost make it seem like it's not valued as much. And that's the part that kind of gets to me sometimes. But I always feel like you can't change people's minds. If they're stuck in that way, then that's what they're stuck on. Like I have family like that genuinely thinks I just sit in my room and do nothing, absolutely nothing all day. That's all I do. And to me, it's like, I can't be bothered to sit there and explain to them like, oh, look, this is what I do and stuff. Because to me, it's like even if I sit there and explain it to them, they won't take it seriously because they're still going to have that same frame of mind. But you can't change everyone's mind. And I know that I work hard for my YouTube channel. I know that, like I always say, if people really think it's easy, they need to try to take a month out of it, just a month, and try to do YouTube as a job. And then you'll realize how difficult it is. It's a lot easier as well when you're a smaller channel. The bigger you get, I would say the harder it is. And I'm not saying like I'm a huge YouTuber or anything like that. But for instance, when I had 1,000 subscribers versus when I had 50,000 and 100,000, there's more pressure on you, I think, to bring out better content and to bring out new ideas and stuff. And also it seems like it's harder to interact with everybody. It becomes harder because when you're just starting off, you get your like hardcore subs and stuff, and it's easy to reply to everybody because you're not that big. But the bigger you get, can you imagine like Pew trying to talk to every single person that leaves a comment on his video? Like he couldn't. It's just not possible. So that's what I mean. Like the pigment. Don't make me hit you because then it's going to hurt and then you're going to get mad at me and then you're going to hit me and then all of them are going to get mad and they're all going to come attack me. Just stay in there, yeah? That could be your little, I'll put a torch in there, yeah? And I'll give you some chicken nuggets. All right. There we go. But yeah, so he would not be able to reply to everybody. And I'm not saying I'm as big as P or anything like that, so don't get it twisted. But it does get a little bit harder and stuff. But yeah, that's really it. So what I would say to you guys, I know a lot of times sometimes parents, you might feel like your parents are pressuring you to become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. I would just say to you to always just follow what you're passionate about, no matter what it is or no matter what other people will say about it. Never discredit your job. Even as a preschool teacher, I felt that. I felt like people think, oh, you're a preschool teacher, all you do is babysit. It's like, no, I could show you the lesson plans I created for the students. It's not just babysitting. I'm teaching them something. It's like, no matter what, if you're passionate about it and it's something that you want to do, do it. Who cares about the title of your job? I feel like too many people nowadays get jobs simply because they want a fancy title. They want to be like, oh yes, I am this, I am that. It's for instance, right? Sometimes when I don't feel like telling people that I'm a YouTuber because I don't really feel like explaining it, I'll say something like, oh, I just produce and edit videos. And they're like, oh. That's all of a sudden that becomes fancy because I produce and I edit videos. But if I would have just said YouTuber, they're like, whatever. So that would be my advice to you. If you love something, no matter what it is, I don't even care it's you cleaning houses, do it because it'll make you a happier person and you'll also be really, really good at what you want. That's why I think we get so many doctors nowadays that just don't seem to really care. It's because they became doctors for the money and for the job title rather than because they love helping people. But that is my little rant today. So I want you guys to leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to do when you grow up. And it doesn't have to be something that's like locked down, like this is for sure what I'm going to do. Just some ideas of what you want to do and why. Because I know why I went into child development. That was my degree. And it was because I wanted to do my part in helping children. That's what I always wanted to do. So I went into child development, and then that's when I liked preschool teaching. And then that's kind of how I decided that that's what I was going to do. But if I do get my psychology degree, I would like to possibly be a child psychologist or a social worker. I think you never know. I'm only 24. Well, I'm going to be 24. So I still got a few years left in me. I still have a lot of years left in me. So you never know. I might decide to completely change what I do, but I don't think YouTube will ever be something I stop doing because I enjoy it too much. I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy all the little things about it. Even just making content with other people and stuff. So, yeah. And then I also want you guys to leave a comment down below letting me know next week's topic or Sunday. Oh, actually, Sunday we might not have a topic because I'm going to be traveling that day to England and I'm going to be there for about 6 weeks. So some of you guys have asked that. I'll be back on October, I think 4th or 5th. I think it's the 4th. I'm not positive, but it's one of those 2 days. I'll be back in California and then, so we're going to do our traditional video together where Ricky and I do a video together, talk about England, what we plan to do and all of that good stuff. So we'll see you guys then on Sunday. And I won't be streaming that day because I'm going to be on an airplane. Alrighty, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Sorry if it was a bit ranty and rambly. I hope you still enjoyed the video. Please like, favorite, comment, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next episode on the KaoshKraft server after I kill this skeleton. Who was shooting me? Who was it? I don't know.